Welcome back everyone to I believe what is round 7 of the PTRS GT4 season. So currently after one shot qualifying we have PTRS people hit alongside the 5 lights out. They go out and we are underway. DRS gets a slow reaction time, Finn gets an amazing start. All the way while City was in P4 and now it's all the way in P1. Trackday also gets a great start out of P4 with coming into fit for really wonders for them. Let's just put it that way. Turn 1, everyone seems to be quite clean. Corner cut seems to be good as well. From what I believe, corner cuts was corner cuts is 17. Corner cuts is 17. So the lead that Faye got at the start has quickly faded away, and it's now Spitz who started P2 on the front row, now in front of PTRS. So now we're entering, what corner is this? Turn 10 now, the Dunlop corner, but we don't have the chicane today. So just a straight past turn 11, skips turn 12 and into turn 14. 13, 14, 15 and 16. DRS now seems to have gotten back the lead from Spitz as they round the final corner now, the Panasonic corner. And it's DRS goes twice. Spitz gets a great line, that will give him tons more exits. Vision lag doing wonders for all of us here. You know, it is great. Vision lag, the best thing that has ever come to Roblox. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But, oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so right now Spitz and DRS 1.5 tenths separate them and 9 tenths to make up them. One thing that we should take note of is Danny. I'll give you some details in a bit, but Danny can, for a fact I know, and steal the championship today. Let me just hold on. You can run aboard Danny as I look at if I can find the, what is that called? Season standings. Yes. Alright, so Danny currently 20. How many points is that? 28 points in front of Spitz. So as long as Danny finishes ahead of Spitz, or I'm guessing if Spitz doesn't win. So Danny, to confirm his championship, Spitz will have to finish P3 and then you have to finish P4. If not, Danny has to finish in front of Spitz. And that will secure Danny his championship. And yes, I am correct. We are on round 7. Alright, so back to the action. Spitz now leads well, not now leads, but he is continuing to lead DRS. And he has actually grown the gap. 1.5 tenths, now it's 6 tenths. And a further 1 second to Mika Ben and 2 tenths to Dan. So right now Spitz championship hopes are still alive. And currently is a KTM 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, confirmation at the top, 17 cc's. So right now, looking bright for Spitz. For Danny, not so much, but he will be able to make up time. Danny won the last. Did he win the last, or was it PTRS? Who won the last Fuji race? So yes, it was Danny. Danny won the last Fuji race with yeah, he scored 25 points. He won the last Fuji race and it was Spitz in P2. Spitz in P2 and Mika Bandit P3, so let's see if Danny can recreate this masterclass that they again hold on. Look at the lap times, it's currently P1 on the leaderboard, or 135.1 set last lap, and he is only going quicker. Green sector 2. So very nice for him. Danny has not gotten a single fat lap yet. A single fast fat lap already at 5 cc's. That's not where you want to be. cc limit is only 17. So he's about a third right there already. As Spitz continues to grow his gap, it was 6 tenths last lap, now it's 1 second, and then another second to Mika Bam. Danny losing time to Mika Bam. Mika Bam got was that his second podium. Second podium of the season last race. Was it? No. No, it was his third podium of the season last race, so good job to him. And the only person to be on the podium every race is none of them. Danny was on the podium last race, and Spitz was on the podium at Sebring. Yeah, it was on podium of Sebring round 3. So interesting to see. That's now coming to turn 10, the Dunlop corner, and now turn 13, 14 coming up. The net 15 now, the Nets corner, and then turn 16, Panasonic. Now drifting around these corners. Oh, took a tighter line that time. Spitz did. Alright, let's look at where is there action at P8 Lambo fan. Let's go to him. Oh, there is definitely action. Where is that? Action for P9 between Kunda Shumak. I don't know what's his name. I'm just going to call it Shaw Milk and Kiet. So 2 P drives and one I have no idea which Shaw Milk is from. What team he drives for. But it is close as the RS starting to gain a little bit on Spitz. Yeah, so it is a fight for P9 all the way to P11 and P8 if you want to count Lumberfan just slightly ahead of these 3. So makes surprising. I'm actually surprised to see him this slow down the grid. Because he actually set one of the faster practice times just now before the race. So interesting to see him below here now basically. As Kunda now starting to break away from the pack a little bit, starting to catch up to Lambofan. Round turn 9, 300R. And then now back into the map turn 10. Let's go back to the front of the field. The Spitz already at turn 15, about to round the final corner. Turn 16. Spitz runs wide, loses the rear a little bit on exit, will lose him a little bit of straight line speed down this main straight, but it should still be okay for him. Let's run on board and follow. And gap stays relatively the same. Oh, and then I can just hold come down for 3. But they are rolling it out. So corner cut Danny still at 5, so yes, cut down corner cut. That 3. It's at 1 very good. PTRS at 1 as well. Oh god, there's another one for Danny. Yes, just corner cut, so I need to lose that position for them. So Danny actually struggling a lot. Let's see if there's anything in Pro Drive Team Radio. Nothing. Yeah, seems to just be quiet. Seems to be very quiet actually. Yeah, not much talking in the team radio right now. I guess that's okay though. I guess we just want to focus. Alright, let's go back to the fight for P8. Rambofan, Kunda, Shomik, and Kiat, and actually now P7 has joined the party as well. Runaway Drive. Shomik and Kiat has kind of fallen back a little bit. So now it's a fight for P7 between Runaway, Lambo, and Kunda. 1 Audi, 2 KTMs. Audi with the superior straight line speed. and KTM with the superior tire wear and cornering. So as you can see, Runaway just gained loads of time on both the KTMs down this main straight, and then by the end of, I would say, in the middle of sector 2, it will be the KTMs will have caught right back up. Oh, Kunda taking the slow in, fast outline. Number fan, that's, I guess, taking fast and slow. I'll try to attack the corner as much as possible, but I actually lost him so much time to Kunda. Wow. That cost him like, I don't know, 3-4 tenths. And Number fan nearly slides out, loses the rear end at turn 3. And now around turn 4, 100R into turn 5, and now into turn 6 in hairpin. And then the small left king of turn 7. And then the double right king of turn 8 and turn 9, 300R. Now into the Dunlop corner. Turn 10, skips turn 11, turn 12, straight into turn 13, and then turn 14 and 15 out next corner. The Kunda and Runaway really scrapping away here with Store and Fame. So we have about, let's see how many battles we have. I would say we have 4 battles here. Number 1 being with Mika Bamp and Danny. Number 2, Fame and Sor. Number 3, Runaway and Kunda. Number 4, there seems to be Leather and Mauricio. Going back to Kunda, as Runaway just pulls so much time down this main straight. It's not even a competition. Kunda, I think he lost P4 here last time we were here. You know, he was in front of both Audis, Runaway and Fate, coming out the final corner, but the Audi straight line speed just flew past him, and I think Runaway overtook him that race. So it's a little bit unfortunate for him, really. Let's go back to the front. DRS actually losing time to Spitz with a 1.6 second gap now. Let's look at lap time. Spitz doing 135.9. It's around LC. Oh, they actually did 135.8, but not much faster. Of course, they're 135.9. Then the rest doing 136, 137. So Spitz and Danny definitely are the people to beat, and Danny actually overtook Mika Bam. So Danny now back up into P3 after losing P3 a few laps ago. Let's go back to Kunda. Runaway. Oh, Runaway goes really wide onto the grass. That has no grip there, and he loses so much time. Now he falls into the hands of Lambo and Shamik. Shamik, also known as Hazard, I believe. Yeah, Kunda now gets P7, and he will be looking forward to chasing down Storm and Fame. Kunda hasn't had the best past few races. Making usually, I think, at Monza, a bump on him at Ascari, and then he climbed his way back up P5 or P6. And then Hockenheim just got screwed up at the most famous corner, the turn 1 curve. Yeah, I never really recovered much from there. Actually getting a penalty on the final corner. But yeah. DRS actually seems to be catching Spitz a little bit here. Where are they at? Oh, they are at turns 14 and 15 now. Let's see them going through next corner. Spitz drifts a lot in the final sector, and it's not doing wonders for his tires. As you can see, sliding out a little bit on the final corner. Hard to get on the power. Let's see what chat says. Alright, basically nothing. Nothing new. Let's hear team radio if there's anything from Pro Drive. Yeah, no, it's still a graveyard. Still a graveyard in the Pro Drive VC, Pro Drive Team Radio. but I guess as expected, drivers do want that peace and quiet. As DRS actually caught up to Spitz a lot now, he's right on his tail, like maybe 2 car lengths separate them. Spitz running a little bit wide, so that's DRS though. I don't think that's a corner cut though. DRS is still on 2. Spit is still on 1, so very conjoined from both of them. Can't say the same for Danny. Danny's on 7, Mika Bem's on 4. So Danny is in trouble. Only 10 cc's left. Or 9, I think, because of pitman gives you 1, I believe. And today race should be an easy 1 stop. Now let's focus on another battle right now. Where's Fame? Let's look at Fame versus Thor. The Dunlop corner now. Audi versus KTM. Lightweight versus heavyweight. Straight line versus cornering. Let's see how this ends. Fame, I would say is a veteran in PT racing. You know, participated in Phoenix League, the first official league of Project Trackday, then other leagues as well, such as GT4, WERA, and I believe PTRS, which all later combined to obviously form PTRS, which is, you know, is under one name. As Star now takes the lead from Fame, well, not the lead, but it takes P5, 12.2 seconds away from the lead. As they could not make a mistake. It was P7 just now. Maybe not a huge mistake, but maybe just lost some pace. And now it's a 3-way or 4-way fight, I should say, for P7 all the way down to P10. Where's Kiet? Did Kiet pit? Did he pit? He didn't catch his last lap. Not sure if he pitted or not. But he has fallen all the way down the last. So I think Fane is starting to feel the effects of his tires now, so just pulling away so much from him now. Now let's look at the front. DRS versus Spitz. Literally, they are literally inside each other. Nothing separates, and you can throw a blanket over the 2 cars. DRS with the better line for exit, slowing fast out, and as you can see, yeah, takes the lead, I believe. Will any of them pit? Spitz pits, but then DRS goes on for another lap. So it is the halfway point. Danny pits, Mika Bam pits. So many of them will decide to pit. Let's see who else pits. So Fane decided to pit. Sorry pits, Fane pits. Anyone else? Any takers? 2 people in front in his deck. Kunda, runaway drive. Stromic hits the wall on entry. Loses so much time. Alright, and I believe that is all of the pitters. Unless Kiet or Zaisai will, you know, come into pit, but I think Kiet actually may have already pitted. Now let's look at, you know, the championship battle. Spitz versus Danny. I think Danny actually gained time through the pits on his pit. I think Spitz had a slice already. So let's look at the second one times 25. Oh, actually Danny got about stayed. But the in lap, Danny a whole second faster than Spitz. And you know, with the corner cut on entry, I feel like Danny's on 9 now. Not good. But now he has 8 cc's to play with, or 7, because the 8th one's a penalty. 7 cc's for 11 10 laps. And I believe he is only gaining. Now let's look at DRS, and I do believe he now decides to pit. I see his pit entry, very close to those heavy brakes, which are, you know, concrete solid. And I see his pit stop. Looks clean. Slightly slow that away. Alright. Now the fight is on. Spitz versus DRS. DRS will have 1 lap fresher tires. But the gap that Spitz has gotten, I think, is massive. Or is it? This Spitz will definitely take the lead, but PTRS is right there with PTRS cuts the first corner. I believe he's at 4cc, so he's still fine. Yeah, Spitz definitely grew that gap. PTRS was ahead of Spitz before he hit it. So the gap now is about yes. It's a bit more than a second, I believe. Yeah, you know, Daniel Kabem. That's your Pro Drive team radio, if there's anything. Finally, some action in team radio. We got water departments breathing. But water, yeah, just water department, and then a little bit of Kunda and then voices, but not much after that. At least we got some action, some noise from them, and it's oh my, it's like 4 KTM car fight for what seems to be P9 at the moment. Yeah, losing the rear end a little bit. Stopped, I believe, 2 laps earlier. Then most of these KTM, so we will have 14 lap old tires at the end of the race, which would not be ideal. Going very wide on entry to take a tighter line on exit, but it slides on exit, which and then loses some speed, so that didn't really help him much. He's going on all the way on the astroturf, but really not turn 1. Can't really remember what the track limits are, but guess that's okay. Oh, DRS. Oh, thought maybe we're spin out. Did like a bump on the apex of turn 3. Then through 100R now. Go turn in between turn 4 and 5. DRS into turn 6. The hairpin, the left king of turn 7, and then the double right king of turn 8 and 9. 300R. Sorry. And into the run. Into turn 10. Do not corner. Block. Using the shorter layout, I was not that much shorter. Skips turn 11, 12 into turn 13, and then the double left 14 and 15, and then finally one long right corner from 16. And now onto the main straight. And back into turn 1, which I believe is called Daichi. Apparently, my track map says so. Alright, let's watch Spit Beats. 1.2 second gap, last lap. 1.6. He is growing the gap. Oh, very nice corner from Spitz. I think the bump actually helped him a little bit, helped rotate the car. So 8 laps to go, including this lap. Spitz versus PTRS and Daniel, I would say. I think realistically there are 4 cars in the winner. Basically the only 4 that has been at the top this whole season. Looking at corner cars, Danny only have 4 left before 5, I would say, before your penalty. DRS has 11 left. Spit also has 11. Mika has 10. So only one in real danger of corner cuts is Danny. Yes, now Kunda has actually built a gap to both Lambofan and Hazard, and Kiat actually, unsurprisingly, I would say, fallen off a little bit with those older tires, as Kunda is now in free air to catch Runaway drive in the Audi. I think Runaway should be stronger at the start of the stint, but I feel like Kunda's gonna start catching up at maybe the final 4 laps, or at about lap 19 or so. Gap now between the top 2, 1.6 seconds, and then now 1.2 seconds to Danny. And look at the lap time. The settings, yeah, the same very similar lap times. Spitz still with the fastest lap. Nico Ben staying at personal best last lap. However, still in P4. Oh, did something happen to Kiet? Oh, Kiet pits. Or is he serving a penalty? No, he has no penalty, so this is a legitimate pit stop by Kiet. I think at this point he kinda knew his race was over. 52 seconds now after the pit stop. I think, is he lost? No, Sai is still running. Mauricio isn't though. Mauricio kinda just went by. No, Spitz. Oh wow, Spitz lost a lot of time. PTRS actually, they're so close to each other now. Like maybe 5 car lengths only. That is not a 1.6 second gap, I'm telling you. Where do you lose all the time at? Oh, DRS with the purple sector 2 gains like what? 7 tenths in Spitz on Spitz and then 3 tenths in sector 1. So the gap now is about half a second. 4.5 tenths. 4.5 tenths and 2 seconds to Danny. And DRS 134.8, that would have been the fastest lap if he didn't validate sector 1. And Danny is setting a personal best. Last lap 35.2. Very good. And now with only 6 laps remaining, including this lap, it is all to play for. Especially in the Drivers' Championship between the top 4. Mika Bam probably trying to, I would say, get P4 in the championship. Danny trying to win the championship this race. Spitz trying to keep his championship dreams alive. And DRS trying to gain on Mika Bam. Actually, Mika Bam and DRS are tied for P3 in the championship now, both on 82 points. And if things stay the same, the Drivers' Championship will go down all the way to the final race, and DRS will have P3 in the championship so far. Yeah. In fact, I believe that DRS might actually be able to get P2 if, you know, he manages to catch Spitz in the little time he has left. It's a hard task, but not impossible. DRS, you know, multiple time champion. Oh, he actually overtook Spitz, and Danny actually overtook Spitz. Oh wow! Alright, this is Danny now in prime position to end it all here. And everything. This race. He's currently in a position, but he is battling it out with Spitz. Spitz lost a lot of time sector 2. Not really sure. Maybe got caught in the recording, but I did not see it for myself. But I'm guessing that he had like a half spin or something. Let's look at corner cuts. DRS on 8, he's still safe. Spitz at 9, he's safe. Danny at 12. 5 more only to get a penalty. And with 5 laps to go, this may be looking a little bit risky for Danny right now. He cannot afford to get a penalty. I think he'll be okay getting P3. Cause then he will just have to finish in the points to get his championship. But if he gets a penalty, that's gonna stamp him down to P7, P8 in that territory. And yes, previously as I was saying, within the last 4 laps, Kunda would start, you know, to gain on Runaway, and he has actually already overtaken Runaway with 4 and a bit more laps to go. Now let's go back to the front, or at least the fight for the championship. That's why I'm excited about Spit Beats versus Danny. Danny seems to have actually gotten a better exit out of the final corner as they lap side now in the pits, probably serving a penalty. Yes, serving a penalty. And 2 tenths separate the top 2 in the Drivers' Championship. It's going down to the wire, people. Mika Bam seems to have actually lost touch a little bit. He's sliding all over the place. I think his tires are a little bit dead by now. But Spitz is throwing everything at him. He's cutting turn 3, trying to gain as much time as possible. Probably not intentional, but trying to just catch up to Danny. Currently, I would say top 3 separated by only 1.5 seconds now. PTRS lost a little bit of time in sector 2. And they all invalidate their sector 1. That's not good for Danny. He's at 13 corner cuts now. Only 4 more. PTRS and Spitz still have a little bit of corner cuts to use if they wish to do so. And Danny may have got it. Okay, he didn't get that one. He may have got. Oh, Danny's sliding through turn 15. Man, he just did not spin though. He did spin there at last PG race, or not spin, but he did have a half spin, which almost lost him the race. And now down the main straight, I think it's a fairly similar gap. I think there is actually pulled in sector 3. Let's see the timing. 1.4 second last lap, 7 tenths, and another 7 tenths. So about 7 tenths gap between P1, P2, and another 7 tenths gap between 2 and 3. Let's hear team radio if there's anything.
And you score 0 points.
But then I should win by default then, because I have more wins.
No.
Or no? No?
If he wins the last race,
he'll
have the same amount of wins, but he has more second places than you if he gets second here.
Fuck. Then.
But you would only have to score a single point. And with anyone outside the top 4, that should be really easy.
Alright, so we heard it there, team radio discussing what happens if, I'm guessing, Spitz finishes P2 and then if Danny finishes P3. Danny would just need to score a single point mixed race to secure the championship. And Spitz will have to win. And if Spitz gets P2 and wins next race, and Danny doesn't score any points at all, Spitz wins the championship based off the number of second places. Oops. And now onto the penultimate lap. Spitz or Danny in front, they're so close. They're neck and neck down the main straight. Danny has 15 corner cuts though. He has to play it so safe. Spitz actually racking out corner cuts quickly as well. He's on 12. The gap between them lit in like 34 thousandths of a second. And DRS with a second gap. I think he should be fine for the race win. But Danny, he is in big trouble. Spitz is just cutting the corner now. I don't even think it's untouched. Oh, and it bites him. It bites him in the neck. He loses traction and Mika Bam overtakes him. He goes wide through turns 4 or not wide, but goes on the wide part turns 4 and 5. And they must be celebrating Pro Drive PC. No, it's dead. It's
yeah, he's behind Mika now. He cut the corner, and I think he cut it pretty hard. I think he kind of overestimated, and then he slid out. Ooh.
And so did I, because this track sucks ass!
Oh, and Danny made a mistake.
Ooh, I swear, this track is impossible. It is actually impossible.
He's on 16 cc's now.
It is actually impossible. Like, this track should not be raced on. Because of how bad it is.
All tracks shouldn't be possible.
And now we're going on to the final lap now.
There's no way. This track just sucks ass.
I'm not sure.
Desert Tsukuba. Like, there's no fucking way.
Alright, they're just complaining about track quality now. It's quite funny, honestly. Spitz made a mistake, and then Danny made a bigger mistake. DRS, Jeff, this win comfortably now. What's the gap between them? Let me check. Because the gap between right now 3 points. Not so sure about the scoring system. So it is 30. How many points is that? 28 points. So yeah, actually no. Danny needs to win. Needs to be ahead of Spitz either way. He is on 16cc though. He cannot afford to get one corner cut. Meanwhile, Spitz. Danny's gonna need to hope for a miracle if he wants to close it out today. Yes, DRS now starting sector 3. And Spitz, oh, that was very safe. He took so safe. He was slower than all of Singapore's sergeant's grandmother in running through that corner, but I guess it's fine. DRS round the Panasonic corner for the last time onto the main straight, and he's going to comfortably win round 7 at Fuji International Circuit of PTRS GT4 after this long ass main straight. Let's look at Mika Bemp and Spitz. None of them slide out unless your Pro Drive team
This
really
track
does anything.
sucks ass. Should be
DRS
fully
crosses
reworked
the line to
and not be
win.
respawned until
And
done.
Mika Bemp gets his third podium of the season.
But it's a bite drive.
And then he gets 4th. So the championship will go all the way down to the final race of the season. Where
I gotta focus on the rest of the race real quick.
Kiat just sliding out Fade finishes in front of Sor. Let's look at Kunda. Oh, Runaway Shawmik as well. Shawmik doesn't manage to catch Runaway. Oh, where did Sor go? Oh, Sor pitted because he had a penalty, I believe. Yeah, he got a penalty on the final lap, but he gets P8.
Fuck's sake, dude.
He gets P9 and Lambo
Could have gotten easy fucking second I fuck up like that.
Lambo finishes P10. Relay finishes P11. And then Kiat, the last finisher, finishes P12. So that is the end. Pro Drive has won the Constructor Championship, but then the Drivers Championship has not concluded yet. It will go down all the way to the final race between Spit and Danny. 25 or 22 point gap. I don't know if points are given out for fastest lap, but it will be very interesting to see. And then DRS also takes P3 in the Driver Championship from Mika Bam.